everyone. Welcome. We're so glad to have you so much for our first Music of Friends virtual chamber music concert. I'm Diane Roberts. I'm one of your three co hosts because, of course, the event's so big, one co host just won't do. We're excited to host this event for you tonight. It's going to benefit Friendship Place, an amazing organization. And Friendship Place is it's a regional homeless services organization. It has a national reach, though, through best practices. Their mission is to empower people experiencing or at risk of homelessness to attain stable housing and rebuild their lives. I think everyone can agree, we're in unprecedented times and coming together, supporting each other, it's never been more important than now. That's what's so amazing about this event that we're having right now. It's dedicated to our neighbors experiencing homelessness and to the people facing COVID-19 related financial hardship. And we know the numbers of that just keeps growing. So this concert started, if you're wondering, in supporters' living rooms 11 years ago. It's grown larger and larger over time. It moved to the French Embassy. They've been longtime supporters of the work, and we appreciate them so much. In fact, we'd like to offer special thanks to the French ambassador, and you're going to hear from him a little bit later on. So first of all, grab your favorite drink. Mine right now is water, because I want to be good for you. So water, but get your favorite drink. Grab yourself some hors d'oeuvres, and you're going to hear some amazing music. Music from Bach, Beethoven, Schubert, Mozart, and then some jazz duos, some jazz trios by Paul Schoenfeld, Morton Gould, De Freitas. And as you're watching, please look anywhere on your screen. You might be watching on YouTube or Facebook or wherever you're watching. It might be up here or over here, over here, or down here. Look wherever you can. Find that donation button. Get ready to use it early and often, as people say. It's to help Friendship Place continue to support the hundreds of families, men, women, veterans, and more who've been hit hard by COVID-19. We thank you again, and we're going to be thanking you so many times because we're so appreciative of you. So thank you for being here, for your support. And now I'm super excited to introduce you to the president of Friendship Place, Jean-Michel Girard. And we've been having a great time over rehearsals. And now, Jean-Michel, it's the real thing.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you, Diane. You know, Diane is a news update anchor on Voice of America and a sports update reporter on XM radio, and you may remember her from WUSA Channel 9. She's also a storyteller and a coach. Thank you so much for being with us tonight, Diane. Thank you all for joining us. Welcome, whether you're joining us for the first time, and if you are, please email us. We have a lot to share with you. And for all our regulars of the concert and the folks who support us in the Friendship Place community, thank you for being so loyal to us. We appreciate you. During COVID, Friendship Place continues to operate the teams at La Casa, the building for 40 men in Columbia Heights, at the Brooks, the new short-term facility for families in Upper Northwest, and the two outreach teams, Youth Connect all over the city and General Outreach in Upper Northwest and Georgetown are on the ground. And all of us who are not among these teams are teleworking. So we have found a model to help people get the services they need during the crisis. We're able to get people basic needs, food, medications, housing, rehousing and even job placement. You're going to hear about that a little bit later on from Aim Higher. So we are very grateful for your help during the pandemic. All these privately funded initiatives that we have at Friendship Place require your support, and I want to thank you for everything you do for us. As we look ahead to the future, we know there will be a surge in the number of job seekers who will come our way, who will need us to place them in jobs, and then later on, possibly, in the number of people who will be destabilized in their housing. And it's great to know that we can count on you. Now, I would like to introduce violinist Carol Tafoya Evans. She's one of the organizers of the concert.
cellist Mark Evans performs our first selection, the familiar prelude from Bach's first solo cello suite. The 6 suites, most likely composed around 1720, are now considered some of Bach's greatest masterpieces. They were, however, hardly known and rarely performed until the great Spanish cellist Pablo Casals revived and recorded them in the early 20th century.
Dear friends, it is my very sincere pleasure to address the French in Place community and its supporters at today's Concert of France, which has traditionally been hosted by La Maison Française at the French Embassy. I am honored to have this opportunity to highlight the extraordinary work Friendship Place is doing in the Washington, D.C. community, rebuilding lives by ending homelessness. In today's world and in the wake of the unfolding health and economic crisis, we all understand that this mission will remain essential. At the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, the French Embassy team reached out to Jean-Michel Giraud to see how we could help others get through those difficult times. We were able to put together a very meaningful partnership along with Le Comité Tricolore and Resources USA. Through this project, we combined support for the area's French restaurants, which were hit hard by the crisis, with the delivery of meals to the residents of La Casa in Columbia Heights. This weekly delivery started 2 months ago and is still ongoing. Embassy employees also organized a very successful food drive to restock La Casa's pantry. I would like to thank the following French chefs for their participation and dedication. Chef David Dehay of Unconventional Dinner, Chef Jacques Imperato of La Côte d'Or, Chef Cédric Maupillier of Convivial, Chef Christophe Poteau, Restaurant Bastille, Chef Alain Roussel of La Ferme, Chef Samuel Ziard of Le Chat Noir, and Chef Cyril Hainaut from the Residence de France. I am very proud of this strong cooperation between Friendship Place and the French Embassy and look forward to additional fruitful partnerships in what I hope will be a more serene future. Thank you, Friendship Place, for all you do.
I first heard about Friendship Place at their annual breakfast in the fall of 2008. I was so moved by the work they do and the difference they make in the lives of so many of our neighbors that I wanted to be a part of the fight against homelessness. Sitting at that breakfast, it occurred to me that a chamber music benefit concert could potentially raise far more funds than I could ever donate. As a professional musician, the joy of playing chamber music is unparalleled. Whether it's on a stage or in our homes as it was meant to be played, the communication between the musicians is as much a part of the experience as the notes on the page. I've been so very fortunate over the past decade to collaborate with wonderful friends and colleagues who never tire of donating their time and artistry for these concerts. When we began in 2009, we were performing in our homes, but we soon outgrew our living rooms, and the French Embassy has graciously hosted these events for the past 6 years. It is my hope that today, as we enjoy this music together, we'll appreciate the potential that each of us has to play our part in the fight against homelessness and never take for granted the blessings of home and friendship.
Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Ambassador. And thank you, Mark Evans, for such a lovely piece on the cello by Bach.
Wasn't
what a
it
great way to start.
beautiful?
It was amazing, wasn't it?
I know, it's like the first piece of music, but there's more to come.
It's exactly. This is such an exciting evening, and we're so glad you're a part of it. I am Chris Rutledge, and I am the Chief Development Officer at Friendship Place. And so we are the office, the part of the organization that puts on the show every year. As you know, we've had to change things up a little bit this year, so we're delivering it to you virtually because we know how much the people we work with every day enjoy this concert and how much people want to contribute to help the organization and help the people we serve every day. This is a fundraiser, and that's really the important part of the work we're doing this evening. We have set a goal for this evening of $15,000, and I know that sounds ambitious, but we're an ambitious organization doing big things, so we have to have big goals. I also have some good news for you. Because of generous donors leading up to the event, we actually are starting this concert at $9,204. So we're well on our way to that goal. It is very achievable, but we need your help. We need you to go to friendshipplace.org/donate and make your donation during the show. This way you can show the support for the people we serve, such as Kiera, you may have seen at the beginning of the video or the beginning of the show. She's the type of person we serve every day and who need our assistance. I am so pleased to share the show today with our two co-hosts, Jean-Michel and of course Diane. Diane, I'm going to go over to you now.
Well, thank you so much, Chris. To donate this evening, we keep talking about it, but we're going to keep talking about it. You can find the link wherever it is on your screen. And if you can't find the link or you don't have the link, that's okay. Go to www.friendshipplace.org/donate if you want to get real fancy, and you can donate directly there. Jean-Michel? It's live, folks.
It's live theater. Jean-Michel, I think you're open. Your mic is open.
Oh, thank you. Sorry.
Well, again, this
We're
has
going
been
to continue with the show now. Carol?
Pianist Cecilia Cho, Mark, and I next will perform the lively first movement from Beethoven's Piano Trio Opus 11. Composed in 1797, it is one of a series of his early chamber music works, many involving woodwind instruments due to their popularity and novelty at the time. The trio's violin and cello parts may be substituted with clarinet and bassoon.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alan Banks, and this is why Friendship Place means so much to me in 2 minutes or less. Friendship Place is an organization that not only changed my life and saved my life, they helped me rebuild my life, which was the most important part. Yes, housing, very important. But so much more goes into securing housing for a person who has been caught in the storm of homelessness. They mean so much to me because not only did they teach me how to live a different way, they gave me the opportunity to live a different way. Once I secured housing through Friendship Place, in 2010, I started volunteering full-time. That led to a staff position at Friendship Place. I do not consider what I do work. I consider it a repayment of all the help that I received getting to where I am today. I give to this organization as much as I can. Sometimes I feel like I'm not giving enough for all I received, but I give all that I can. Friendship Place helped me rebuild my relationship with my family, which was one of the most important things in my life, maybe the most important. You know, I had material things before the storm hit me and took everything for granted, including family. Well, Friendship Place helped me rebuild that connection and also helped me learn how to appreciate all the important things. And I'll be forever grateful to this organization. And I guess that's 2 minutes. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you didn't fall asleep. Bye.
My name is Lawrence Collins. I was a recipient of the benefits of Aim High, I'm very grateful for the program. I have been doing extremely well, considering all the chaos that's going on out here. First of all, I want to thank Chris for the opportunity for allowing me to even take a minute to say thank you. Aim High has been a program that, while being homeless and in that transition, I was able to actually come through some really difficult times. Aim High allowed me this opportunity to be clothed. And helping me through that transition was critical to my being where I'm at today. And without the support, I may not have made it through. So for that, I am forever grateful. Just coming from homelessness to having my own place now, having a full-time job. I can't put a price on it. I mean, they've been a great program, and anything I could ever do to support them, I will. I thank him for his staff because the staff was they were so gentle, and yet they wanted to, their hearts was in it. That's what made their staff so special. Their hearts. It wasn't that there was a job for them, it was their heart. You could feel the fact that they wanted to do something for you. And for that, I'm ever so grateful. I can call out some names now that would just probably get me emotional because I'm getting there now. But anyway, Aim High has been a great program. In that transition, they allowed me to come through the program and being homeless allowed me to pay my first month rent. After the first month rent, they gave me my first month deposit. So, and I'm still in the same apartment now, as I said. It's like a jump start. So for that, I'm just so appreciative. Thank you, Aim High. Continue doing what you're doing. Chris, thanks again. Take care and God bless.
Boy, if you don't have chills listening to those guys, come on. I mean, that's what it's all about right there. I mean, you guys
Moving.
work at Friendship Place. You see that all of the time. It must warm your heart.
It does. It does. Alan is a colleague of mine, a partner, and he's been a friend for 3 years, and he's been a friend of this organization for I don't even know how long. And he's the heart and soul of this organization, and it's just
Well,
amazing.
Chris and Jean-Michel and I thank all of you for watching. We hope you're enjoying the show. We hope you're enjoying the music. There's much more music to come. We appreciate your support. We're doing amazing. We have a new figure for you, $11,182. Woo! Yes, that's awesome. But remember, our goal is $15,000. So we're going to need you to help us with that. And we want to give a shout out to Aldo and Janet Benini. Thank you for your donation. And all of you who are thinking about donating and you're not sure, go ahead and do it. Remember, your support can help Friendship Place continue to serve the families who are in need right now with housing, finding work, and a whole lot more. Find the donate button wherever it is on your screen. We're grateful for any level of support. Nothing is too small, but of course, we like it really, really big. And now here's Carol with more on our next performance.
Our next two selections were composed by Franz Schubert. Despite his short lifetime, the Austrian composer produced a vast number of compositions, including more than 600 songs, 7 complete symphonies, and a large body of piano and chamber music. Tragically, he died at the age of 31. Mark and I will be joined by violist Eric DeVart to perform a string trio. But first, Cecilia will perform the third of his 6 Moments musicaux, a collection of short piano pieces.
Friendship Place is one of the most effective and sensitive organizations that DC or even the whole region has to assist people who are experiencing homelessness. Friendship Place helps individuals as individuals to find a home, but also to regain their lives. I'm very proud and honored to support Friendship Place so that they can continue their great work. And I very much hope you will too.
My name is David Vicente. I'm the director for Aim Higher. As you know, especially at these times, it's so crucial funding to help people find jobs. I encourage you to please support this program, Aim Higher, so that way we can help more people get jobs. Right now, there's a lot of people out there unemployed, over 1 million people in this area, Metro DC area unemployed, and we need your support. Thank you.
Well, I hope you're all enjoying the concert as much as I am. It's just great to have beautiful music in your living room on a Sunday
Isn't
evening.
it fantastic? And you know, one of those musicians even gave us some money. I know we'll get into totals a little bit later, but I love that. He's already donating his time and then he donates again. We have the best people helping us
That's
out
wonderful.
on this show.
Thank you.
Yeah, the musicians we work with every year, the fact that they give their time preparing for this concert, in this instance, recording this concert,
Yeah.
and just being part of the Friendship Place family and community, it really says a lot about them and about a lot about the caring that the people
Yeah.
who support Friendship Place, it shows a lot about the caring they have for the community. There's two people I want to particularly thank right now. You heard Carol mention earlier that chamber music is intended to be something that's performed in people's home. And indeed, this was recorded in homes of friends of ours. So we do want to thank Laura Sagaris and Bridget Merrick for opening their home for the recording. It just looks so beautiful to be in someone's living room or parlor and hear the music being played as it's intended to be. And again, we encourage people to make a donation. Go to friendshipplace.org/donate, and you'll be able to support the work that we're doing and help people such as Alan, such as Lawrence, you heard earlier, help build up Aim Higher so that we can help people get jobs. I believe at this point, I'm throwing to Diane for an update.
Is
A drum
that
roll?
where we are? I feel like Jean-Michel has some thank yous.
Oh, did you have some
Yes,
thank
I
yous
do.
you wanted to
I
make? Sorry.
think so.
That's all right.
Let's hear it.
Well, of course, I'd like to thank Mary Che, our Ward 3 council member, for being such a great friend of Friendship Place through the years. Mary, we appreciate you so much, so thank you. I'd also like to thank David for the leadership at Aim Higher. Aim Higher, continues to place people in jobs during COVID, which is just amazing to me. And, Aim Higher is only one of these privately funded programs you help fund when you donate to Friendship Place. We also have the street outreach in Upper Northwest, the psychiatric consultations, B430, case management for young people. And all these initiatives rely on your generosity. So I want to really thank you for this. I also want to thank Alan and Lawrence for sharing their stories and for being so generous with them. And it's always so moving for me to listen to the stories of folks who have been there and who have rebuilt with us. Now I have some donors to thank, and I think we're going to put a screen up for me to do that. So I would like to thank our gold sponsors, Arlene Balkansky and Mark Stein, Jamie and Stuart Butler, Hal Davis, David and Judith Falk, Barbara and Herb Franklin, Laura Cuman and Kevin Mulshine, Teresita Schaffer and Bridget Sterrett. And then the silver donors, Charlotte Bahin, Mary Raffleson and Chris Brown, Matthew Del Nero, Marinda Schwartz, Peter and Carol Spalding, and Evelyn and Bob Rinn. I want to thank all the bronze sponsors as well, of course, and really all of you who have donated for this concert. You're wonderful, and we really, really appreciate you. Now is also the time for me to thank the organizers of Music for Friends, and they are Barbara Franklin, Carol Evans, Jamie Butler, and Laura Cuman. We love what you do for us every year. And next year, we're looking forward to have the event again at the French Embassy. So speaking of the French Embassy, last but not least, I would like to thank His Excellency Philippe Etienne, Ambassador of France to the United States, and the entire embassy staff for a partnership that is so valuable to us and for your commitment to helping us. The meals at La Casa this spring were very much appreciated by the men there, or the food in the pantry. We want to thank you for that. Un grand merci, Monsieur l'Ambassadeur, et toute l'équipe de l'ambassade. Many thanks, Mr. Ambassador, and the whole team at the embassy.
So, as you may have been picked up here, in order to work at Friendship Place, you do have to have a working knowledge of French. And so, fortunately, I've learned a lot, and I can follow over the years. Diane, do you have a number for us? Oh, you're on mute. Oh, Diane is muted.
Sorry.
Wait, you're muted. She's going to unmute herself.
Okay. Well, we're going to get that number somehow, folks. Don't worry. We're there.
I can give.
This
there
is
we
what
go.
happens
There we
when
go.
you don't have an audio
live
guy.
TV.
I was so excited too. I was like, yeah, I'm going, I'm rolling.
You should be excited.
Right?
It's silent movies, everyone. No, so we are so excited. We love to see the numbers go up. That's what we're supposed to do because we're trying to help folks. So our new total, drum roll, is $12,967. Thank you so much. Some of the people who gave, I mentioned, of course, one of our musicians, Eric DeWart, the Liz Nevinson family. So many people are giving. We can't name everyone, but please give as often as you can. And I also wanted to take a moment to thank our musicians this evening. Carol Tafoya Evans on the violin, Celia Foe on the piano, Charles Niels on the bass, Eric DeWart on the viola, Mark Evans on the cello, Paul Signon on the clarinet, and Teresa Signon on the clarinet. Thank you to all of them. Thank you to all of you. Thank you to everyone. Find the donate button on your screen, whether it's above you, next to you, below you, wherever it is. Find that button. And now Carol has more on our next performances.
Next, we have some wonderful duets inspired by legendary clarinetists. Benny Goodman's 79th birthday in 1962 was the inspiration for Benny's Gig, a set of 8 short duos for clarinet and string bass, written by American composer Morton Gould. Clarinetist Paul Seigan and Charlie Nillis on bass will perform 3 of these short duos. First, Paul will be joined by clarinetist Teresa Seigan to perform works arranged for 2 clarinets by the legendary Stanley Drucker. Mozart composed these duos in 1778, originally for piano and violin.
2, 3.
Hi, my name is Ken Jenkins, and I've been a huge supporter of Friendship Place for more than a decade. On behalf of Alan Meltzer and the entire NFP family, we want Friendship Place to know that we will be supportive of you for decades to come. Could you even imagine being homeless right now during this pandemic? Where would I go? Who would I turn to? The answer is Friendship Place.
Hello, Friendship Place family. This is Latara Harris here with AT&T. Just wanting to send you all a quick shout out to let you know that we here at AT&T here in Washington, D.C. and all throughout the country applaud you, encourage you, thank you for everything that you're doing every single day on the front line. Keep up the amazing work.
Thank you, Latara. Thank you, Ken. Thank you to the musicians. What an amazing performance we are seeing here tonight. I'm amazed every time I go to the embassy for this concert, how beautiful the music is, how energetic the crowd is. And we are the virtual crowd today. And I can feel the energy coming through the screen. I know how excited everyone is because I'm seeing comments about how much people are enjoying this. thank you to everybody who's being a part of, taking part in this tonight, who's watching this. I can only say thank you. And there's not much more I can say besides that is coming from the bottom of my heart, and it's coming from the hearts of everybody we serve here at Friendship Place. So thank you. Jean-Michel?
Well, I also want to thank our musicians. They are wonderful. And, they donate their time. They put the whole concert together, one piece at a time. And they surprise us every year with an amazing selection. So thank you so much for everything you do for us. Thank you to everybody out there. We could never do this without you. Friendship Place is a true community-based organization. I always say it. We have a window on the community. We're an inclusive, welcoming, affirming group, and that is thanks to you.
Those are really special words. You said inclusive, you said affirming. That means a lot to people who are watching. They want to know that Friendship Place is for them too. And so in order for Friendship Place to continue serving all people, we need to raise funds. And so we're providing this amazing music, which you keep telling us you are enjoying, and it is so special. If you can show us your applause with dollar bills, that might be kind of nice if you can. And we have a new total. And if you remember at the very beginning when we started at 5 o'clock, Chris Rutledge said our goal was $15,000. Well, here we are with maybe 10 more minutes to go, and we're at $14,052.
Wow, that's amazing.
Right? And those of you who are watching, you don't want to be the one who makes us not reach our goal. So you may as well just look either up here, over here, down here, wherever it is, find the donation link, or go to www.friendshipplace.org/donate. Go there. You can donate there. We don't care where you donate. We just would love for you to do so. We appreciate you so very, very much. We don't mean to keep saying it, but we just need you to know from the bottom of our hearts and the tips of our toes and the tops of our heads and the edges of our fingers, we really, truly appreciate you. And we appreciate you, Carol, because you're giving us the knowledge about all the music that we're hearing, and tell us about our next selection.
For our final selection, Cecilia, Mark, and I will perform the second movement of Café Music. Here is composer Paul Schoenfield's own description. The idea to compose Café Music first came to me in 1985 after sitting in for the pianist of the house trio at Murray's Restaurant in Minneapolis. My intention was to write a kind of high-class dinner music, which could be played at a restaurant, but might also, just barely, find its way into a concert hall. After Café Music, Mark and Charlie will conclude with their own arrangements for cello and bass. First, a waltz scherzo from Dances of the Dolls by Dmitri Shostakovich. The Russian composer's charming suite of miniatures, originally for piano, were compiled in 1953 from his earlier ballets, film scores, and incidental music. O Cabo Pitanga is an example of choro music. The Brazilian popular music genre originated in 19th century Rio de Janeiro is considered the first characteristically Brazilian genre of urban pop music. Like American ragtime, Argentinian tango, and Cuban habanera, choro was influenced by the music and rhythms of both Africa and Europe.
Well, this is really delightful. I'm loving the choro. I hope you are too.
This
Fantastic.
is what a
Fantastic.
I feel as if we should have an online standing ovation. Wow.
Amazing.
It's just great. It's like having your private concert in your living room,
Exactly.
It's amazing.
Thank you, Friendship Place.
Well,
And thank you again to our musicians, right? Because, and I don't know if we've said it enough, but they're giving of their time. They're donating their time to make this beautiful music for us so we can implore you to give money to Friendship Place so they can help people like Alan and Lawrence and all the many, Kiara and all the many people you've met during our show today. Boy, what a beautiful day. If anyone who was watching us, those of us who are in the background, and I've got my little tissue because it's so overwhelming. It's just it's so beautiful. Yay. I'm sorry.
And they had the idea for the concert originally, so it's just amazing what you can do when people support you this way.
It's beautiful.
Exactly. Such good friends of ours. We have other friends I want to make sure we have a chance to thank this evening. I want to thank Rob Allen of New Media. He helped make all of this happen behind the scenes here. You don't see him, but he is the man behind the curtain making all of this happen. I need to thank a couple of members of the development team who've made this happen. Yimka Adibo, Sharice Malachi. Without you two, none of this would have occurred. So thank you for all of your hard work in making this all take place. And Diane Roberts of Diane's Talking, she is giving her time to us to do this. Diane, you are an expert communicator, a broadcaster, and now you are a friend. Thank you. So if you need to learn about how to communicate or broadcast, Diane is the person to talk to. You have to go find her, and please, by all means, take advantage of her brilliance here.
Thank you so
Chris.
much,
That was
Diane. It's
nice.
been
Thank you.
great having
Thank
this
you, guys.
experience with you, and it's the first of many, we hope.
I hope so
Yes.
too. This was so fun, and also for a good cause. I mean, we're
Yes.
not just sitting around here for nothing, man. It's for something really important, and I appreciate being here.
Exactly.
Thank you.
I did want to call out, we do have another event coming up in November. We have our annual walk. It is Saturday the 14th. And we'll be socially distanced out on the mall. It's a great event where we have about 300 people every year to come and march and show their support for the people we serve. So I do hope that you're able to join us. Watch our website for more details. Obviously, with everything going in the world, we may have to make some adjustments, but please, take a look and take part if you can here. I think we have some information in Diane or Jean-Michel. I don't know who might be the one to bring the good, cheerful
I would
tidings.
love to, but I feel like Jean-Michel,
well,
as the
thank you.
president of Friendship Place,
All right.
maybe you should give us the
Maybe
final
I'll just do
figure.
it. All right. I think we have a number coming up, and drum roll and a round of applause online for our wonderful musicians, please. And drum roll again. We have raised $16,270 thanks to you. You're just wonderful. We appreciate you. I loved all the comments in the chat box, all the friendship coming through that. So you're great.
It was so
couldn't
fantastic.
do it without you.
Chris,
Yes.
little did you know at 5 o'clock when you said our goal
was
was
worried.
15,000, you weren't 100% sure, but I was there. Speak it into existence. Chris, speak it into existence. And we surpassed the goal. Why? Because of folks like you, those of you who are watching on Facebook or YouTube or wherever you're watching. Boy, we really appreciate you. And that number is worth repeating, $16,270. Heck, you want to make it 20,000? Why
We'll
not?
keep
We're going to accept money until midnight. So don't you stop donating just because we're almost done with the show. That's really phenomenal. Tell a friend, tell that friend to tell 5 friends, and they can tell 5 friends,
Exactly.
and so on. You know. friendshipplace.org/donate. We're going to leave you this evening with the text of the German poem Morgen. Translated, that means tomorrow. It's by the Scottish-German poet John Henry Mackay, set by German composer Richard Strauss. It's the last in a set of 4 songs that were a wedding gift to the composer's wife, Pauline. I believe we're also going to fit in one other little bit of music that we weren't able to fit in earlier, so you're going to get a bonus, a little double. We're grateful to have you all have been here with us for this evening. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you for your comments. Chris and Jean-Michel, thank you so much. You guys made it fun and easy, and I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being one of our friends and being part of this work.
Okay.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Diane. It was great working with you on this. So much fun. So much fun.
Bye, guys, and music's up next. Keep listening. Bye-bye. Be well.